Gavin McKenna. The Canadian left-winger, labeled as a generational talent, is draft eligible this upcoming summer. The only question is, which team will be lucky enough to call his name at the upcoming draft? In today's video, I give my thoughts on which team I would most like to see him go to and which team I feel he deserves to go to most. But before we get into all of that, let's quickly take a look at his resume from his last few seasons to get an understanding to why he's labeled as a generational talent to some. His last year with the Tigers, McKenna set a modern CHL record with a 54-game point streak. He surpassed the record of 50 games held by former NHLer Alexander Radulov. In 2025, he became the third youngest player ever to be named the CHL Player of the Year, trailing only Sidney Crosby and John Tavares. And in that year, he recorded 129 points in just 56 games. That is a staggering 2.3 points per game as a 17-year-old. He led the Tigers to the WHL Championship with 38 points in 16 playoff games. And in the international level, McKenna set a new Canadian record for the most points in a single U18 tournament, with 20 points, 10 goals, 10 assists in just 7 games played, passing someone along the way who you may have heard of, Macklin Celebrini. And it was pretty big news when he decided to take his talents down south, and even though it started slow, McKenna definitely caught his stride after the World Junior break. On February 20th, 2026, he set a Big Ten and Penn State record with 8 points in a single game, 1 goal and 7 assists against Ohio State. Those 8 points were the most scored by an NCAA Division I player in 39 years. He became the first ever Penn State player to win the Big Ten scoring title, 51 points in just 35 games played, and was a top 10 finalist for the Hobey Baker Award as a freshman. So that's all the research I feel like doing today, but you get it. He is absolutely a player. Now let's get to who I want and who I think is the most deserving to draft Gavin McKenna. Let's talk about it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode right here on Above Average. I'm YouTube Trev, and thank you for clicking on today's video. I hope you're doing good. Happy Easter to all. It's a beautiful Sunday, April 5th here. It's approximately 12:15 in my basement suite in Edmonton, Alberta, and I just want to wish you happy Thanksgiving. You already know what to do, guys. If you're new to the channel, thanks for all the continued support. If you like this type of content, subscribe. You guys are absolutely crushing it. We're on the road to 7K subs, and then 8K, and then 9K, and then hopefully one day 50,000 subs. That would be dope. If you could help me get there, that would be sick. I really, really appreciate it. And as always, stay to the end of this video. Drop a comment down below. It's a sponsored segment every video right here on Above Average, brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca. If you drop a comment and it gets the most likes, I'll be giving it a shout out in my next video. So drop a comment. Question of the video is, where would you most like to see Gavin McKenna play? Which team would you like to see him get drafted to? So this is my list. I've got 3 teams, and I mean, it's no surprise what these teams are. Obviously, they're realistic. I'm not going to say the Edmonton Oilers, right? It has to make sense, but these teams, they could draft him, and I have it kind of ranked which team I would like to see him go to most, and then also which team I think kind of deserves to draft him the most. We're talking about teams that obviously have been going through it as of late, and yeah, so we'll get into that, but thanks for all the continued support, guys, and with all that out of the way, let's hop right back into this video. So we're going to go, I've got 3 teams here. I'm going to give an honorable mention to the Winnipeg Jets. I actually originally had the thumbnail designed with Gavin McKenna wearing a Jets jersey. I did a video, midway through the season when the Jets were absolutely sucking. They had like a 12-game losing streak, and they were like, they could, like, if they kept at that momentum, for sure they would have been at a way better chance for sure than they are right now to draft Gavin McKenna, but they're like 2 points or 3 points out of a playoff spot now, so it's not really likely. But honorable mention, that would have been cool. Canadian kid that's, going to Winnipeg, that's something they kind of need. Yeah, you know what? So honorable mention to the Jets, but I don't know, man. The Vancouver Canucks, let's just get right into it. The Vancouver Canucks, would you like to see them right now? That's the team. They have locked that last spot in. they have the highest percentage of drafting Gavin McKenna at this upcoming draft. Do I like it? You know what? Honestly, does this team need it? Yeah, they do need it. Do they deserve it, though? Like, I don't know. This organization's kind of a crap show. Just everything, man. Like, they were a Stanley Cup contender a few years ago, and now they are, like, that, you fumble it that bad, and, oh, man, like, if I was a Canucks fan, I would be pissed. I have a Canucks buddy. Shout out Duncan if you're watching this video. But I want to know. I wonder what he like. What are Canucks fans thinking? Like I can't even imagine. Like if I was a Canucks fan, I'd be ticked. You're a few seasons shy from being, one game, one period going into the Western Conference Final. And then here you are drafting. You have the best odds to draft Gavin McKenna. Like that is crazy. So obviously there's the whole Quinn Hughes thing. You can't really. That's kind of bad luck there. But then the JT Miller going, like I'm actually working on a Canucks video and just how it just went so downhill. But I will say, Bruce Boudreau, I work in radio. We actually have him on our show every Thursday. But he talked about his time in Vancouver. And ever since I heard that, it really rubbed me the wrong way with how this organization handled things. Obviously, like just the whole Bruce Boudreau situation as a whole, like that. I mean, if you have a heart, like that was sad. That was absolutely sad. So I will say Canucks fans are probably right up there, if not the most toxic fan base. Do they? Yeah, obviously, Gavin McKenna would help them mightily. It might, help the likes of Elias Pettersson. Like, what the heck happened to that player? Like, there's something going on in Vancouver that's just not right. But obviously, a Gavin McKenna would help the Vancouver Canucks a lot. I don't think they're that deserving of this, man. Like, they're a pretty toxic fan base. Except there's a few good ones. Maybe the good fans, yeah, you could argue the fans, they deserve it, but just the organization as a whole, they don't really deserve it. I don't like how the sausage is cooked in Vancouver. I think it's pretty telling that something is not going on there. It's good. There's something behind the scenes. Stuff I've heard, the organization, they don't deserve this, and I don't know. So out of the three teams I have here, obviously they have a really good chance of drafting Gavin McKenna. Do I like it though? Not at all. That's why I have these other two destinations ahead of them. And with that being said, let's move on. So that's Vancouver. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Would you like to see Vancouver get Gavin McKenna? But up next, we've got the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago, they have the second best odds right now to draft Gavin McKenna. And will they finish with that? Let's just see. They're right there between the Calgary Flames and the Chicago Blackhawks. So why, Trev? Why would you like to see Gavin McKenna go to Chicago Blackhawks? Well, Connor Bedard, man. Connor Bedard. I think that is the biggest. It's second, or it's the biggest, team organization down south, south of the border. Them and the Rangers. Definitely don't want McKenna to go to the Rangers, but I have so much time of day for Gavin McKenna being a Blackhawk. I think it would be awesome. I think it would be exactly what the team needs. You got Connor Bedard and you've got Gavin McKenna. That would be great, man. Like that Frondell. He's come into the picture for the Chicago Blackhawks, and he's looked good. Last time I looked, 5 points in 5 games. So the future is starting to develop for the Blackhawks fans and the Blackhawks faithful, but this would absolutely help them so much more. It would be probably the best offensive duo in the next few years. I imagine if that were the case, like what's better than that? Like Celebrini and Will Smith, like I'm taking McKenna and Bedard every day of the week. Like what other options are? I can't really think, but yeah, Gavin McKenna, Connor Bedard, that would just be so sick. Two BC boys. Let me double check. Is Gavin McKenna from BC? Whitehorse. Oh well, you know what? There's I don't know why I thought he was from BC. You know what? I'm happy I checked that out. Gavin McKenna is not from BC, but anyway, going back to, he was born in Whitehorse. I did not know that. Whitehorse, Yukon. Do your research, people. Do your research. Okay, but just going back to, and there's that the connection, Connor Bedard and Gavin McKenna, they're faint relatives. It's through marriage, obviously. Not that really does anything. It'd just kind of be a little bit of a weird coincidence. But Blackhawks, they deserve it. And I didn't like the Blackhawks growing up, obviously. Like, that was the team, but after seeing them suck for so long, I feel like hockey is better when the Chicago Blackhawks are in the playoffs. And they deserve it. The fans absolutely deserve it. They've went through their hardship. It hasn't been like the Canucks where it's just been 1 year, 2 years. No, it's been pretty bad for the Blackhawks for quite some time now. So to get the likes of a Gavin McKenna, that would be just so cool. You already got Connor Bedard. The future would be so bright. That would make them a contender in 3 years potentially. But just what could Bedard, do then? I love that. I actually love that. That would be so sick. As a hockey fan, give me Gavin McKenna, give me Connor Bedard on the same line. Two Canadian boys, just thinking about the future of the Olympics. If they build chemistry, how dominant could they be for the Canada at the Olympics? That would be sick. So I just like it. I really, really like it. And I love Connor Bedard, man. And I feel like he's had to go through some pretty tough times. Get rewarded with Gavin McKenna, and what could you build from there? That would certainly land more free agents. It would be awesome. It would be awesome for hockey. It would be awesome for Chicago, and I want that. So lastly, the team that I want Gavin McKenna to go to, and this might surprise a few people, and I feel like they actually are very deserving of Gavin McKenna. We got the Calgary Flames. Okay, yeah, that's crazy. I'm from Edmonton, Oilers fan growing up. It just makes sense. Right now, the Calgary Flames have the third best odds, but they're only 2 points up on the Blackhawks. So who knows? They might have the second best odds by the time the season is over. Calgary Flames, man, they have never drafted higher than 4th overall. That was back in 2014 with Sam Bennett. They've been, you got to be really bad to be good. And they've just been a middle-of-the-pack team for my whole entire life, except for obviously a few years ago when everyone had them pegged to winning the Cup. Daryl Sutter's Flames running it back. Yeah, they were a beast that year. Just the Lindholm, Kachuk, Gaudreau line, best line in all of hockey. They could have, and then they ran into Connor McDavid, of course. We all know what happened there.
Game 5, and McDavid scores! Game winner! Series!
That team was unreal. That team was actually the first time I was like, okay, yeah, the Flames are a legit contender. In my whole life, obviously they had the 0-4 run, but I was 6 then, so I don't really remember a heck of a whole lot. But you got a new building. You've got just, no real stars. You got a bright future, though. I love Zane Parekh. I think he could be a top 10 defenseman in the league, man. I really, really do. I'm big on Zane Parekh. He is that good. They're talking about Team Canada going forward at the Olympics. I would not be surprised if Zane Parekh is there. That's just my opinion. But I'm big on Zane Parekh. I think he is that good. You've got probably one of the most fun goalies to watch in Dustin Wolf. They've got good pieces. Coronado, Zary, he's kind of taking a step back though. But you get a Gavin McKenna. What does that do with a new freaking arena? That's the thing. Connor McDavid, the Oilers are just happen to get Connor McDavid with a new arena. I mean, not that it worked out, but it's cool. It's a fresh slate and it's a clean slate, and just what more could Flames fans want? It's just perfect timing. You get a new arena, but you also get the next big, generational talent come up, and he dons the red and orange for you. I would love it. And I think, like I said earlier with the Blackhawks, hockey is at its peak is when the Blackhawks are, I believe that. I love the Blackhawks. The fan base is just unreal. I love the sweaters, but to me, being an Oilers fan, being in Alberta, hockey is not the same when, either one of the teams are not doing that great. Right now, the Oilers are doing okay. The Flames, not really, right? It's been a few years. So hockey is at its peak when the Battle of Alberta is, the headlines, is the must-watch TV going into Hockey Night in Canada. It hasn't been like that in a while. The rivalry isn't really there. This would definitely bring it up. It would. And it would be awesome to see. McDavid, McKenna. I just give, Flames fans so much more to cheer about in the Battle of Alberta so much. There'd be more at stake there. And it would I love it, man. That's what I want. So, yeah, I think that's pretty well all the reasons why I want him to go to the Flames, go to the Blackhawks, and kind of go to I had to put the Canucks in there. I don't really want him to go there, if I'm being completely honest, but I can't not have the bottom of the barrel team in this list. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Where would you like to see Gavin McKenna go to most? Which team would be the most fun? What team could you see him going to? Obviously, the Canucks have the best odds at 25 0.5%, I believe.
Do your research, people. Do your research.
Drop a comment down below. I'm very, very curious. I read and interact with every single comment in the comment section down below. If you like this type of content, please drop a comment. Let me hear it. But yeah, I like doing this kind of stuff, guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm YouTube Trev. But with all that out of the way, it's that time of the video. If you made it this far, really, really appreciate it. Brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca, where they work around the clock for you. It's an Alberta-based company with clocks all over Canada. You want a nice big black clock like that, go check them out. www.timetrackers.ca. And the most liked comment in my previous video, which was on the Buffalo Sabres. Congrats, Sabres fans. Congrats. Let's go. That is awesome. Congrats, Sabres fans. I'm really happy for you. You finally are back in the playoffs. Just clinched it. But the most liked comment in my previous video was from Aaron Poirier, 7908. Darlene said the difference was they're bonded in brotherhood now by drinking beers as a team. So I said in that video, what's the difference? Why are all of a sudden they so good? That's the difference. They're drinking beers. Let's go. Let's freaking go, Buffalo. Drink some more beers. You're on the way to the playoffs. Let's go, baby. But that's all I got for this one, guys. Thanks for all the continued support. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, this is above average. I'm YouTube Trev. Upload weekly here. And yeah, the more likes, the more views, the more subs I get, the more I'll upload. So keep it going, guys. Really appreciate all the continued support. I will see you in the next one. Don't be average when you can be above average. Peace.